Hey guys, we just got back from our trip, and hopefully I will be uploading both this one and the video. I didn't get any videos on the way back. He did way better even on the flights on the way back, but got videos of both takeoffs and one of the two landings on the way going on our trip for Gemini, and he was amazing. And actually coming back, we flew, our connecting flight was through Denver, which is a little odd considering the direction we were going, but anyway, but there's pretty good turbulence going into Denver consistently. And we had about 10-15 minutes before landing, and he did fine. And he barely even sat up for the last takeoff and landing. He's just like, oh, all right, fine, whatever. So he was a good boy. And yes, you're going to come say hi, huh? Let me move your cup there. Good boy. All right, so we have our most recent Kong box, as you see. And yes, I know, you're curious too. Back up. You got to let me open it. I love the pull strap. I don't have to cut it open. Let me toss it over there. All right, let's see what they got. Oops, apparently I didn't tear it all the way. Come on, Mama. So it says, woof, woof, happiness delivered. Let's see. Nope. Hey, excuse me. Get out of the way. Couple of cards, training, chewing tips, box, and there's a recipe. Huh. Shredded turkey, shredded carrots, and cream cheese. It's called Summer Pick, and put that in the Kong. And then freeze for a greater challenge. Huh. Well, that sounds actually kind of interesting. So let's see what we got. I try not to catch the mess on my little guys. Hey. I try not to catch the mess on his little table there because he's always got stuff there, but you know, video issues. All right, let's see. So we have, this looks nice. Hey, back up. This is Kong knots. It's one of those things with the knots inside. And this is some sort of, it looks like a little squirrel. Okay, yes. Oh, you can stretch it. Hold on. Oh, cool. Okay, first of all, I have to cut it off the paper. Yeah, came prepared with the scissors right away this time. Stay away from the scissors, please. You wait. Not cut myself, that would be bad. All right, hold on. Just hang on a minute, mister. Jeez, impatient? Let's stretch. Oh yeah, it stretches. That's so cool. Okay, here. There you go. You can have it. He's so gentle taking it away though. That was awesome. And we got a Kong ball. So it looks like we got 2 toys this time instead of 3. We also got the original Kong in the first one, so that makes sense. But extreme bounce. This is medium large. It's the nice Kong rubber. Let me just go ahead and tear the paper off here. But it's okay. It does have the hole where you can put stuff in it still. Yeah, that is a heavy ball. And if it bounces, oh goodness. Yeah, that'll be a nice ball for them to play with. And it's the perfect size for these two. Of course, Aslan's not in here with me right now. And then we got the 2 treat packets. So this is Kong Ziggies, which you stick into the Kong. Do you mind? Here, play with the ball. You just knocked the Kong ball off. There are these little, would you stop? That you actually stick into a Kong. And of course, these are large. It's for teeth cleaning, freshens breath. These are nice. I was just looking at them earlier. They're not cheap. That's the chicken recipe. And we got, some more Kong bites. Natural. Let's see, what flavor? Chicken recipe. So, I don't think these have a size. They're just these little bites that go into the treat, so you can use as treats. And we got another sweet potato spread, which the dogs actually like. I used some of it in his Kong for traveling before I figured out that ice was probably better on takeoff and landing than the sweet potato spread. I actually had transferred this into a different squeeze bottle because this is too big to take on an airplane. And they will not, hey, that's not a toy, you. And they won't make the exception for something like this for a service dog. So it looks like standard is like 2 toys, 2 bags of treats, and a tube. Which honestly still, you're talking this, if you sign up for the 1 year, and you can pause it or cancel it if you need to along the way, but if you go ahead and sign up for the 1 year, it's only $30 a month. Now, I'll go check on the prices on those and hopefully put it in the video description if I remember. But I think our first one was, I want to say it was almost $80 worth of stuff. And that was with the extra Kong. But this is stuff like I've been using the Kong treats that we got. I took some with me on the trip, and these I was actually just looking at Ziggy's earlier today. So that's kind of nice to get those. That was good timing. Do you mind? You're not getting one of those right now. So, well, you know, no, I have a bag of treats still open that aren't completely gone, so I'm not going to open these. Behave yourself. So I think just the quality, I know Kong is quality, it's durable. So I plan to keep the subscription going as long as we can, which hopefully will be for as long as we want. But we're happy with this. It's nice to know that the first box, obviously, you get the Kong plus other things. But I did, you know, the two nice toys and everything for the price versus, I mean, some of the subscription boxes are $40 for a couple of toys, a couple of smaller bags of treats in this, and you don't get the spread with those. So for $30 a month is still well worth it. And we like it, and he's already over there playing with the new toy. And he knocked the Kong ball off. It's just sitting on the floor there, but I'll put some stuff in it later and let him go to town on that. He'll enjoy. Oh boy, he really likes that squirrel. He's still the bear that we got in our first Kong box. That's got the ropes inside, so you don't see him, but you can feel it. He loves that thing. He will grab it and throw it around and chase it, and so we do. I highly recommend this subscription box. They don't offer any sort of referral codes or anything. That would be nice, but considering they're cheaper than pretty much all the other dog subscription boxes anyway. So we enjoyed it. So hopefully we'll get this one up, and I'll get the airplane one up first. But yeah, it's been a little busy, hasn't it, huh? Has it been a little busy? Has it been a little busy? Yeah, it has. Oh, good boy. So, but he was awesome on the trip and had to be outside for 3 hours in a very hot area. Even starting at 8 a.m., it was already 84 degrees for the graduation ceremony. And he was very good. So he did awesome. I was so proud of him. Part of the aircraft video will also, you see what he's doing, laying his head on my arm. You just think you're cute. We had to take a bus from the airport to pick up our rental car, and so that was his first bus ride. He did awesome. I got a short video blurb of that, but he did well. We were proud of him. In the hotel and stuff, he did well, and of course he works off leash, so you know, people, you walk by and had several people, especially in airports, wait a minute, that dog's not on leash. No, he's not, but that's how he works, and he's allowed to under the law. So yep, he's a good boy. And he did well in the airports. Do I even want to get started on the airports? Guys, if you don't have a service dog, do not put a service dog vest on your pet. It's extremely obvious. We flew Southwest, and with the exception of... he stepped over something in my office, sorry. With the exception of the cabin crew, the flight attendants from our last flight into Grand Rapids last night, everybody else was absolutely amazing. The gate people were amazing. We would walk up to the gate, and of course I pre-board with him, and I'd walk up, and a couple of times out of 4 flights total, the person at the gate looked down at him, looked at me, and said, yeah, you're getting on the plane first. This isn't just pre-boarding. A couple of times they actually came and got us before they called pre-boarding. So and they held the bulkhead, because that was Southwest flies all 737s, so you have 3 seats on each side. Well, the only place he would fit at his size is bulkhead, so that's where we got to sit, and they saved it for us. They were amazing, with the one exception of the flight attendants, and I don't know if it was just because it was a later night flight and they were tired, or I don't know, but they were awesome. But I cannot tell you how many I had dogs in service dog vests barking at him at the airport, lunging at him, pulling on leashes to get to him, just all sorts of I was so frustrated. And then, again, I love Southwest, so please don't take this. Please fly Southwest. They're amazing. Plus your bags fly free, which is nice. But my big suitcase didn't make it on the plane. You know, the last plane from Denver to Grand Rapids. And so I went to the Southwest luggage office in the Grand Rapids airport. And the guy, he was amazing. He was actually waiting at the turnstile for me, and we're looking for it. And he's walked up and approached me and asked if my last name was what it is. And he's like, yeah, your suitcase didn't make it on the plane in Denver. We were in Denver for 4 hours, so really, guys? But again, I love Southwest, so everybody makes mistakes. They were on time for all the flights, early arriving. They were amazing. But I was talking to the guy, and of course, Gemini went into the office with me, my 2 sons. Hey, leave it. There's nothing else in that box. Silly. It's a paper. Leave it. But I was talking to the guy, and you know, Gemini's walking along with me, and we go in the office, and I put him into a downstay, and the guy looks down and says, oh, this is the one I heard about from the captain. And yeah, bear in mind, I talked to the first officer when we first got on the plane. He came out and said hi to us and saw Gemini. But I think I saw the captain go to the restroom once, but that was it. And he never poked his head around the corner where we were sitting, so he couldn't see Gemini. But I guess somebody passed along to him. But he says, "Oh, this is the best service dog we've had in weeks, according to the captain." I was like, "Oh, that's not good." I mean, it's one thing to be in an airport and misbehaving, but apparently they have had in the last couple of weeks a significant number of dogs wearing service dog vests that are lunging at people and lunging at other dogs and doing all sorts of stupid stuff. So, seriously, guys, don't do that. Had I not been traveling with my two sons, I probably would have said something to more than a couple of people in the airports. I was just, the way they were acting was just stupid. So, we sat outside our gate in Denver for 3.5 hours before we got to pre-board, and he laid in a downstay when I wasn't taking him to the restroom or whatever, and probably 8 or 9 dogs walked by, and some of them were pets and some of them were in vests. And he laid there. He's off leash. Could have never moved. And if he was awake, he'd kind of watch him walk by. Oh, okay. And they're all, even the ones in the vests were pulling towards him, and he was such a good boy. But that's what happens. He's well trained. He has his job to do, which he alerted several times on the trip. That's nothing. That's my life. That's normal. Yes, you're not getting that. That's not a toy. But guys, please, for the love of all that's good and holy, please don't do that. That ticks me off. In some states, it's against the law. I know that I've heard people say, "Oh, it's against the law federally." No, because the Americans with Disability Act is actually a civil law. It's not a criminal law. But some states, like Michigan where we live, we traveled to Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, it is a crime to portray a dog as a service dog that's not. Plus, you're putting in that also doesn't include all the liability you put yourself at risk for if your dog does something. Don't do that. You're risking, if something happened to him that traumatized him and he wasn't able to work, then I have to worry about getting another puppy and training. And in the meantime, I could lose my driver's license because I can't drive without it. Yeah, just no, don't do that. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now. But yeah, it was frustrating. Between, 3 airports total, because we were in Grand Rapids Airport twice. Or I guess, no, it's 3 airports total, because it was Grand Rapids, Midway, OKC, and Denver. 4 airports. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Not okay. Don't do that. I need him for a reason. The dogs that I'm training, I'm about to start training a new puppy tomorrow. And then I have Jaker, who y'all have seen on some of the videos, the English Mastiff, who's for PTSD for a veteran. They serve a purpose. These dogs are important. Things like the veteran that I'm training Jaker for would not be able to handle certain situations in public without having him with it. He's not handling those situations currently because Jaker we just did his first public access last week before I went out of town. So, you're endangering those of us with service dogs. You're endangering the general public. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please. Okay, now I'm really getting off my soapbox. Yes, you like your toy. You like that. Does it squeak? I thought you were squeaking it. Does it squeak? Maybe not. No, I guess it doesn't have a squeaker. Okay. Boy, that's a thick rope in there, though. And you can stretch it. Stretch it. See? Stretch it. He's like, give that to me. Yeah. All right, give. Good boy. You're such a good boy, Gemini. You want to say bye? He's such a good dog. So, but we did have a good trip, and I'm really proud of him for his first trip. And, the Midway landing, and you'll see it in the video when I post it. Holy cow, I think that's probably the hardest airline landing I've ever had. And you see in the video jerks a couple times because the landing was so bad. All right, you can have it. There you go. He's so gentle. And that was his first ever landing. And he stood up, but that was it. He's just like, whoa. We were both, my 18-year-old and I were both going, wow, that was bad. So, I don't know, maybe they just had an issue coming down because it wasn't turbulence, but. So yes, I'm very proud of this guy. He did awesome. So, I know we'll probably fly again next October, if not sooner, because my oldest son got engaged about a week and a half ago now and is getting married next October. Don't have a specific date yet because they're trying to nail down the venue, but yep, that was cool. They were at the graduation because it's his next brother down that grad. Oh, there is a squeaker. See? Oh, got your attention, didn't I? So, yep. So he was a pro. The only thing, okay, Midway, Oklahoma City, Denver was better, but Midway and Oklahoma City, their service animal relief area, pet relief area, depending on where they labeled it, inside security, 4 foot by 2 foot, fake turf grass on top of a piece of plastic, and it's on a raised. They both look like it was the same exact raised pedestal type thing. It was only 2 or 3 inches tall. Problem was, at 185 pounds, he stepped onto that. It's only 4 feet long. He's longer than that laying down. But he stepped up on it, and it gave way under his weight. And this happened at midway on the way down. And so he wouldn't use it. He jumped off. He's like, nope, we're done. No, you're not. I'm not opening those. No. He's trying. But he jumped out. He's like, nope. So I had to go and, because I still had my backpack on me at the time, I sent my boys to the gate a couple down from where we came out. It's like, okay, y'all go sit. I'm going to go take him potty. So I had to go all the way back, which was quite a ways from where the area was. Dropped my backpack, literally dropped everything but my boarding pass and my ID. I even left my treat pouch. I was like, I'm not carrying anything through security. I went out security, let him go potty outside, and then back in because he would not use that area. The one in Denver wasn't raised up, but he was like, no thanks, I don't want to use it. So he just held it. He was a good boy, though. So, yeah. But Oklahoma City's a small airport. Midway, you can do better. You need a bigger area inside of security, at least on the concourse. I think we're on the B concourse. Yeah, do better, guys. Come on, airports. Have it halfway decent. At least the Denver one was on the ground. I mean, it had the fake grass, which they have to have. That's fine. But at least it was down. It's not raised up on this, and it was bigger, and so, yeah. Please do better, because you end up with probably anything over 100 pounds would have given way on the pedestal in both Oklahoma City and Midway. So as we figure these things out, as you see more service dogs, legitimate service dogs, hopefully, please do better, because he jumped off that thing. And, him jumping, had he slipped or something in that little room, he could have gotten injured. So please work on that, guys. We would appreciate it. All service dog teams would appreciate it. I'm sure even the pet owners would appreciate it, because I know you have bigger pets traveling occasionally. So anyway, we will sign off for reals this time, as someone just lays his head down and snuggles. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe and sane, and we will see you next video.